Kevin, let's kick it to you. Some people in the chat are asking about one Dominick McKinley, a Texas A&M commit, has yet to sign. Is there any kind of hope there?
Well, I mean, there's hope until the kid signs. I mean, and he's not signed. I mean, the early signing period is closed. I mean, you don't get a chance now to sign until February, and things happen. I mean, Ohio State could make a really good NIL offer. I mean, Ohio State at various times with McKinley were like, are you seriously considering us? And he's like, yes, I'm seriously considering you, but I tend to think that he stays south. Ohio State does not normally recruit the state of Louisiana all that much. I mean, obviously they did get Jair Brown from Louisiana, but let's remember he was originally from the Cincinnati area, was living down around New Orleans, and then moved back to Ohio. It's just not somewhere that they recruit that much, short of a Nader Abdallah or a Jonathan Wells, who were both, the other two Louisiana guys I can think of off the top of my head. I like Ohio State's chances a lot more with Dominick Kirks, who is a Washington commit out of the state of Ohio. Ohio State was able to get into his ear enough, and Kirks decided that he would wait until the late signing period, or I guess the traditional signing period, to make a decision. I feel pretty strongly that they land him. And to Mika Hanna's question earlier, where she was asking about these things, does Ohio State bring in another receiver? I don't think that there's really much in terms of high school guys. So what do you do? Do you go into the portal and get somebody? You're not going to get Evan Stewart out of Texas A&M. I don't see a ton of upside. I mean, if you bring Emeka back, you look at what Ohio State's losing. Obviously, you're losing Marvin Harrison Jr., you lose Julian Fleming to the portal. I mean, you could maybe lose another receiver or two to the portal in terms of where they are getting passed up by the young guys. But when you tell me about a lineup of where you could have Emeka Egbuka, Carnell Tate, and Jeremiah Smith out there as, if you're going three wide, I don't really see the reason to add anybody else. I'm not slowing down the 3 years you're going to get with Jeremiah Smith. Hopefully, I don't see any reason to not have Emeka out there. And I know Steve and Tony both can add on to this. Everybody is still really talking up Carnell Tate as being, the guy, that it's all being put together for him. So that's why I'm not buying that they would go out and pursue another receiver.
Well, if you look right now in terms of who's out there recruiting wise, I think there are only two unsigned receivers that are 4-star or better. One is Ryan Williams, who's committed to Alabama and reclassified from 25 to 24. I don't know if he's signed yet. And so there may be I wouldn't expect Ohio State to get involved there. And then Gatlin Bear, like the nation's fastest player from Boise, who was a Boise State commit and has been interested in Michigan. I don't think there's anything there. And Brian Hartline said yesterday he takes pride in not going to the portal. So I would assume this is not something he's going to change his mind on right now with the guys they've got coming in and guys they've got coming back. So they'll never say never. But this would be when you lose, like they're gonna lose Xavier Johnson, Julian Fleming, Marvin Harrison. We know that. Like if they had lost Emeka as well, maybe they look to the portal like hard. But again, when you go to the portal now, you've also got to come with some NIL figures as well, and spending money on NIL for other people's receivers is not something that Ohio State's doing right now.